everything's back the way it was. I don't know how.
Fresh
Take that, you naughty...
Clive!
I just wanted to see how the town's been faring.
Since we all is absolutely wonderful and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, just as the good
Are
lady...
you a lord? Lubor's they're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil.
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying...
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in, and they have formed what one could... And they grow more
We'll fight them all off, just like last... Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work, the longer we avoid facing this one, the more... Our best hope is to nip by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet... Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill?
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating...
I'll go and speak.
What's the difference?
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Still in Dalamil, Victor?
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnis by now.
I did. Then I've developed something of a and having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate. A sentiment, Master Lubor's...
You're not the only one.
What does he want you?
He asked for my aid in putting down, and he said that you might be able to...
Then you've come at just the right time. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely... But we must strike together, and we must strike soon.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver.
Leave it with me. Good girl.
Those ne'er-do-wells want...
All right. That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Take his head off! It's over! Stay down!
I'd better let Victor...
Sid. Ah, I see...
No, but...
No.
What is it?
The whole town's in... They're saying that Lubor...
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits, some of the children spotted, and when Lubor felled him, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. Still, all those people see is a man who's...
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one...
You're right.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor.
But we just couldn't.
There's nothing to be sorry for. All that matters to me is that
Look at him talking to his better... All lies, I'll wager. Just like the one...
Once people make up their minds, it's how we need to do something. Convince the people not to let their prejudices
You're right.
I'm glad you agree. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie. They know that Lubor and I are friends. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants.
I'll do what I can. Lubor, I can't promise anything, but...
And that is all.
Why do they always have to make such a...
He knew all along that he was...
Forgive me for disturbing you.
I've seen your...
As have I, Lord The rumors that he's a...
He'll never be mayor now.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly... In this at least, he's done the town a service.
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our...
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied...
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from...
Perhaps. And they will thank you not to get it.
The townsfolk have made their minds up.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie...
You never know. Once they're...
All right.
Why the hell would Victor take them?
I assume this is...
There's still hope.
But perhaps not in this lifetime. I think it's fair.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. We'll talk some sense.
No. And your efforts would be better.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell that steel does not lie. To yourself be true. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her lie. But I do not doubt that she was all, and so must I be. And now, I must embrace my new role of villain. For only united can... I'll need to make a suitably dramatic...
Don't go, Lubor.
We'll be all alone.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that...
How could it possibly be for the best? The least you can do is give the townspeople...
I would not take it, Victor.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this... I thought you were better than... But it seems you had me fooled.
Victor,
Forget it.
you sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, but where are my manners? Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do...
I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
Lord Rosfield. Is that
Perhaps. My brother said that your order... Have you learned anything of note?
little and less?
I see.
Be assured, however, even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in...
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating...
Indeed. Ultima's thrall, as if protecting the secrets
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, mayhap it would please you to...
Would that be possible?
Of course. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov. I was due to visit my colleagues there. If you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that...
All right.
They will be most... Might I suggest you take the road through... It will lead you straight to the village.
Thank you.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord.
A village built around an airship. Sounds like another Lost Wing. I hope the inhabitants are just as friendly. Come on. Run like the wind. Back. Good girl. Faster! This might take a while. Thanks, girl. Come on. found it.
You deserve a rest.
Oh no.
You'll pay for this. May still be survivors. Stay down. Whatever that thing is, I'd say it's their leader. Let's try. Should have stayed in the past. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks.
Who are you?
I did not recognize you. We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying. Thanks to them, and to you.
You call that a mercy? Your brothers might still be alive. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying.
We are charged with a duty of the highest import.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with...
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause. Now, to what do we owe the...
Cyril told me of your work here. And
I see. That is most... May the firebirds flame...
It's one thing to lay down your life for another. But for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
Think no more of us, my lord. Only deliver our findings to...
Let us continue then. Ah.
Here.
My thanks. I shall study them and inform you.
Cyril. Losses which could have been avoided. Had the others... Were these your order?
No. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix. It is...
Even when death is of...
My lord, I fear that the Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations. We live to serve the Phoenix.
Cyril. But allow me to offer you a word. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal... Provide your survey parties with an escort. That they might live. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Josh... Please.
I thank you, if you will permit me to respond. And we of the Undying will as first shield to the Phoenix.
I do.
Then we are of the same mind.
Ah, Clive, you'll be pleased.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in I still have much and more to prepare. You couldn't do me a quick favor.
What is it this time?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and find out exactly how much faster.
All right.
Thanks, Clive.
Don't blame yourself, El.
I know, but...
No buts about it.
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message. The talks with the Republican... I've reached an agreement with the... Though prices have fallen of late. We deliberately offered it, but the consortium offered double what we did.
And you had no opportunity to make a...
None at all.
El? I saw Vonnie leaving.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones that fit. How did the consortium even find...
It's not so surprising. This isn't over. The consortium will have to sell these bears. I'm going to Randalar.
Alone?
Are you offering to be my... How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the... You go to Cashlock, Theo. And even if I fail to free these bears, someone needs to prepare the place.
Oh, and that's me, is it? Well, it looks like I'm meeting the Silver Peak Consortium. She'll never join them after this, surely. She means to stay with us, then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear.
You have to trust.
You're right. And if El's off fighting for the... So I bid you farewell. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. You go to Randalar and see if you can stop my sister biting...
I'll do my best. All right. To Randalar, then. And better not keep Ella... He's waiting. Well, this isn't at all foreboding. What I wouldn't give for a hot...
When are they gonna let us through? Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
I hope I didn't keep you. Why did you arrange to speak with the consort?
Here they are now.
You wished to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bear. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves.
You misunderstand. The consortium, it was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. And so we resumed our...
I did not hesitate. I am simply not in... But what is done is done. Come then.
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional bearers belong to him.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from a most demanding fellow. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed. That's what you get when you deal with...
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent. They pay good money for bearers, not fit for the knacker's yard. And
that does sound... No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be... And with it...
My associates will be sorry...
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But he was right. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to... Their representative hinted at a possible... I feigned interest in joining them in the hope... As soon as he left, I sent my...
So you never...
No. I entertained the I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out.
You tried.
I did. And if they deserved more, I wanted so bad...
Eloise! Word from Cashlock. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountain. Theo and the others are trying to hold them. They need help. And
Theo! Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you.
Hold on, Theo.
Run like the wind.
No need to ride from here.
What's the situation?
Where's Theodore?
Upriver!
He led the dragon that way to keep it from the...
We just have to pray make...
I can do better than that. Time to fight.
Stay down! You're finished!
Come on. Where are you, Theo? Damn it. The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy. Guess we're all ready. Too slow. alive? Theodore, you had me worried for... We have to get you out of here.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore! Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you!
Elle.
Theodore.
Take care of my sister.
Theodore, wait.
Goodbye, Elle.
Thank you, Clark.
That was true bravery he showed. His first instinct was always to protect people.
And now he's gone because I sent him to that.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own.
To live my own life. He never could come to terms with the truth.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever...
We grew up in Canva. We were and I was chosen to inherit. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. A late bloomer. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until my parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the cab before they could.
Theo told me something. He clearly admired your devotion to the... But he said you deserved a better life than this. Just as you freed him from...
I would be lying if I said I had not. How much easier my life might have been if I devoted myself to the But I have never... Being with my brother meant more to me than... I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night, and the choice I made, and the fact... He was never a burden. If anything,
You weren't, Eloise. That he had always been grateful to you for saying... And that he wanted to repay you by letting you live. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You did whatever was necessary, and you always would have.
You're right. It was so we could beat him, Theo. I know Theo wanted me to move on. We can make a difference here. I need nothing more, so I'll carry on doing what we do. Bringing smiles to people and to Theo's. Where this is the life I have chosen.
I've made a choice of mine to continue helping you, however.
Thank you, Cloud. Let's go on together.
Nothing like a little rest, Phil.
There were ghosts at the gate.
Those things I saw.
Oh, Clive, my wards and I may...
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from him.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders. It's not that any of those things still exist.
And what does he want with North?
He wants to transform it into a foundation upon which to build a new... He's already secured the support of the various army remnants. With promises that...
He would rob the populace.
Believe me, I have used every...
What does Captain Philippe make? When the town was under attack, it was him.
How? By a man whose stated aim is to revive the... The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel and an occasional trip to the Vale. No. Given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be...
Who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the... for your services to Northreach? You, and unlike Philippe, well...
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, in the garrison?
Overseeing...
All right. I may have met this Duke before, at the Remembrance Ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. I was hoping I might be able to...
We're under orders not to let any civil... You should be all right. He's eminent. Wait here.
So, you are the... And I shall see it... But tell me, is it...
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought...
Ah, you are worried the yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like your pride of place, in fact. But no more. For it is they...
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from which is more than can be said. The Empire wants for a capital, with Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we need only build a wall around both. Plans are soon enough. These frauds...
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures... Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town.
The people will... If Sandbreck is to be rebuilt, one whose authority... That is why this levy is so that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed out... And yet there are those...
I suspect...
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive... You would sow the seeds of your new empire...
Sabine...
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only...
Without an empire, there...
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga will...
Do not take her name in vain.
I'll come back later. A citizens' revolt. I wonder what the people really... It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
There were ghosts at the gate.
All right there.
Just your opinion. I wondered what you thought of the Duke.
Not much. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening if the dame said she wanted him run out of town.
I heard the dame got an icon.
A question. What do you think of the Duke of...
You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble. If he thinks his name and his chain will do whatever it...
I've been hearing a lot of...
Nothing. Going around acting, and with hardly a word to the...
I take it you'd rather...
As far as I'm concerned, just need his eminence.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
Those things.
Excuse me, do you have a... I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts.
Well, he's made a lot... I mean, look around us. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they've volunteered, if you think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the empires, and if that means people who don't know one end of a saw from another have to make...
You're the one who was talking to...
On the dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to... What do you think of his plan?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells... Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the dame. But I've got... That's where my loyalties lie. Not with the town or the empire. But if the Duke can get us the men and the equipment we need to fight off those...
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise... Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs. Once Sanbreque is back on her feet...
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this. Captain.
For you? Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about... Do you intend to go along?
To tell you the truth, it's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to...
That's right.
Well, she doesn't agree with it.
Thank you, Clive. Protecting the people I love is what... Well, duty. Thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing, at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Ah, were you able to speak with...
I was.
Well, it will, though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say...
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on it. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to... And not just because of the Duke's rank.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sanbreque, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it right. Thank you for trying.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your unit?
I handed it in. Told the lads I wished them well, but because I realized what really mattered. Not following some nobleman's orders, protecting. I honestly don't know when, but I'm certain they're not finished. And when they do come back, we need to stand together. With you to lead us, milady. It was you who finally convinced there's no point following orders if they...
Indeed.
All of us. That has always been North. We have only to turn our... Thank you, Philippe.
Anything for... Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale? I fear His Eminent...
Not at all.
Wouldn't be the first.
There may be hope for North, especially with men like you, and I, for my part, shall continue to work upon, but I suspect I shall have... Until then.
Until then?
Come back.
The stew's awful.
Covered in nicks and...
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just... I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
What is this place?
Don't move. Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you coming.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
The stews.
I will not forget this kindness, my lord. I shall go to...
Don't tell me we've run out.
Come back. Covered in nicks and lumps.
I still say it were a compliment.
Ah, Clive, please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters!
All right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood? Barnabas Tham, the one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Clive, allow me to educate you. Here's the latest information I have. Here you are. The state of the realm is ever changing, Clive.
Please, Your Grace. My Lord Marquis. Your companions are kind indeed. I must admit, but I see now. It was the greatest honor of my life. But now, so I bid you.
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but... But His Grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by, and our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help? For Joshua's sake.
For Joshua, anything.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded. The search continues for a new source. One that we might reach without being turned.
So it's only that you can't reach it. The stonerwort itself is unharmed by the flood.
Well, yes, but...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well, if you're sure, my lord. Stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients.
Faster!
Here's the aqueduct. Now to find our stonerwort. Yote mentioned blood-red petals. Just my luck. I won't be picking anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it. Here it is. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. All right. That should do it. Let's get these back to Yote. Yote, I brought back all the stonerwort I could find. Will this be enough?
Yes, my lord. Thank you. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know. You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourselves.
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Covered in nicks.
I have no reason to assume.
Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject. And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example, one that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, if you have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
Mid said I could ride the Enterprise next.
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters. Fly merchant colors and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
Let me know when you're leaving. I want a word before you go.
Of course.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. That's that great lump. No. Go on, then. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. Finished, are you?
Trouble with your gear, or the sound of ringing still? So we weren't. Who knows? Not saying fortune, do you? My best work, but it'll do. You can thank me later. That it? Fine. So, what'll it be? And?
Thought I might grab myself a mug of Maeve's mead. Settle me stomach, you know, before we take to the high seas.
Is something wrong?
Not at all. Honestly. Can't a man wish his friend farewell? Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order while you're off saving the world.
I'll hold you to that.
Reckon it'll be a long walk to the capital if we follow the cliffs. I'll scout ahead, see if I can't find us an inland route.
Clive. There's something I've been meaning to ask. You took her icon, didn't you?
Yes, I did. She understood.
Oh, she understood. Understood that you decided to save the world all on your own, and that you'd die without her power. How dare you make her choose? You knew damn well she'd never refuse you. But I will. You can't keep pushing us away, Clive. The world is ours to save, not yours.
I used my gift because I thought it was the right thing to do.
And you truly believe this will save you? Will save us all?
I do.
Then so be it. Just don't forget, you're not alone.
Think I found us a trail. Did I miss something?
Only that Joshua didn't.
I don't get it. Always wanted to visit Ash.
We're in Waluda territory now. Don't expect a warm welcome.
Oh, I don't know, Clive. That castle over there looks inviting enough.
Shall we sample its inhabitants' hospitality?
Remember what I said about warm welcomes, Gav?
Oh, this place is as dead as Greagor's ghost. I smelled something.
As the only orcs in Tasha.
Let's hope the villagers made it out in time. Camber all over again. Where the hell are the Royalists?
Seems you were right about that welcome after all, Clive. Aye, aye.
Is the whole of Ash fallen into Ultima's hands?
That's no peace delegation. We should send a warning to the others.
No. My uncle will have an eye on the coast. I trust he'll find a way to entertain any uninvited guests. Our mark is Drake's Spine, and there's a lot of road between us and it. We press on to Stone here.
Aye, you never know. It might not be a nest of slavering monsters.
Clive, you must go on ahead without me. This stronghold is as old as Phoenix Gate, perhaps older. It may yet hide Ultima's remaining secrets, and if we are to best him, they must be unearthed.
All right. Stay out of trouble.
I always do. Mostly.
You sure about this?
About leaving my brother on his own. Of course. Mostly.
Lady Vivian's map is so old it's hard to tell which way is up. But if I'm right, we're not far from a village called Aistla.
Then we make our way there, resupply, and wait for Joshua.
This place reeks like a mobile's arsehole. Though I'm guessing it's not the smell that'll kill us.
Stay down!
Run like the wind. Be safe. Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia. No holding back. Straight home now. This is no time to ride.
Yeah!
Be safe. Bahamut's breath. Don't look down, Torgal. That must be Aistla. What do you think, Clive?
Then we're too late.
Damn it. They're all turned. There's nothing we can do.
I wouldn't say nothing.
No quarter, Gav!
No quarter!
Here they come!
And come, and come, and come. I don't want to die here, Clive.
Then don't!
Help me, boy. It isn't over yet. Of course it bloody isn't. Gav. Gav! Don't tell me there's more of the bastards. Oh, fuck.
Have you come to watch, Odin?
Bound for Stonehill. Good. My master awaits you in the capital. though I cannot allow you to attend him in your present state.
And how are you going to stop us?
Why, with this!
What did you do?
If the vessel would see the path opened, it has but to ask. I shall see that my master's prize is made presentable.
Shit! No!
Clive, would you mind telling me what the fuck just happened? Oh, you've got to be. How are we supposed to get through that?
We seek an audience with the king. If His Majesty wants me to come and ask him, then that is exactly what I'll do.
Before you go practicing your petition, we don't even know where the fucker went. How about we cool our heads and think this through, eh?
All right.
Maybe there's something here we can use. Anyone here?
You don't want us to go this way, then? So where do you want us to go?
There's no one home, Clive.
Then let's find somewhere to sit down and look at the map.
I thought we got them all.
So did I.
Please, no.
Miss. Whoa. Easy. Easy. We're not turned, all right?
Who? My thanks, kind travelers.
Edda, forgive me for asking, but what went on here?
It all started when the skies changed. The elders said it was the Arcade. One by one, people went mad. Minds taken by the ether. Till only I remained. By then, I was too far along to run. And then the nights came. And I didn't know what to do.
And this, Arcade is...
Just a story. Something our grandparents told us when we misbehaved. About how the heavens would grow dark before the land took her last breath.
The end of the world. You said the others went mad. But where did they go?
They all left. Gone east to the tower, to Reverie. The elders, the healer, the blacksmith, my husband.
You thinking he did this?
Of course. Who else could it be? You were in Canva. You saw what he did to the people.
But then what about her? How come her nut hasn't cracked?
The baby, perhaps? Could be protecting her from the ether. I can't think of any other explanation.
You mean... it's a bearer?
It won't matter what it is once Ultima's magic takes hold. Time's running out. This tower. That's where we'll find the king.
I knew it. It's the same as Phoenix Gate. Which means at the end of these stairs should be... The mural is complete. Ultima and his vessel, Ifrit. Garuda, Ramu, Shiva, Titan, Bahamut, Odin. Even Leviathan the Lost is here. But where is the Phoenix? By the Founder. So that's what you want, isn't it, Ultima?
So that's how it's gonna be then?
I'm not asking, Gav. I need you to stay with Edda.
What?
I must do this alone. If I don't return, you're to find Joshua and make for the Enterprise. Understood?
Aye. Just don't you go dying on me. Sid's name suits your miserable mug better than mine.
Don't worry. I haven't finished with it yet. If Barnabas is controlling the Akashic, then wherever he goes, they'll follow. And so will I. Come on. Faster! There's something there. I can feel it. But now's not the time. Time to fight.
This is it, boy.
I've come for you, Barnabas. Stay close, Torgal. The tower. It's alive. More echoes of the fallen. They seem to feed on ether. There shouldn't be any here. Floors seem to have a mind of their own. If I were Barnabas, where would I be? The top. So I could look down on the world. That's new. Though I expected it before like all the rest. What was that thing? Hopefully there aren't any more. What's one more, eh, Torgal? Let's try. I need that. Fine hand. Too slow.
Almost there.
He's here. I can feel him.
The blade must ever feed if her edge is to remain keen.
Butcher.
What care you for these worthless creatures? They are nothing. Weak from the moment of their conception, ever longing for power not theirs to command, they turn unfailingly upon themselves. Like sheep, they roam in filthy flocks, eager to trample those few gifted a fleece of gold. Or that they might feel contentment with their pitiful existence. Prejudice and persecution, severance and strife, every earthly wrong springs from the malice in men's hearts. Malice born of the pain and suffering that is free will. Its corruption is gnawed at your being from the very moment of your birth.
You're wrong. It is no corruption. It is who I am. Every choice I make, right or wrong, gives me reason to carry on. And carry on I shall. Not as a puppet, but as a man. Which are you?
There was a time I too thought those the only choices.
What?
Long ago, God granted man the gift of magic. And with that gift did he build great civilizations. Yet over time, man lost sight of the gift's true meaning, stepping from the path of shared prosperity to one of avarice. He abandoned his creator for sword and flame, and through his folly, beckoned the blight. Yet, there were those few who refused to turn their eyes from the heavens, and they prayed to God that he might lead them back to righteousness. And the Lord, he did answer. Before the worthy shall the gates of paradise open. And so did I spread my arms to the ether, and cast my soul upon its gentle waters. I gave myself unto him.
Is this?
My worth proven, the Lord charged me thus. If your kind are to find salvation, they must be made to serve. You see, paradise lies but a single step away. Could we only take it? Could we only leave our transgressions behind? For none save the pure of heart and mind may set foot in the new world. I will save us. But it all begins and ends with you. You are the key, Mythos. And with this humble offering, shall I prove my faith once more.
So you forsook your kingdom. You forsook yourself to serve. Tell me, how is that living? What you seek to provide is not salvation. It's anything but. Life is about always having a choice. Take that away, and we might as well be dead.
Very well. Come then. Show us the strength of your will.
It's not the strength of my will that should worry you, but the weakness of yours.
If you think your will the stronger, prove it. By this day's end, you shall know the truth.
I'm tired of that boy.
Meshed with the might of a god, yet still you fight like a man. Must I show you? When will you see? Awaken! Chose you to serve as his vessel, and you cling to this foolish notion of hope when there is none. Fuck!
Desperate, are we?
Finally, we can begin! Yeah! have been shown the path. Now you must follow it. Free yourself, Mythos. You will not defeat me otherwise.
We'll see.
Perhaps you still require persuasion.
There's a good boy. Too slow. Nice try.
Awaken wings!
Defeated? You admitted defeat the moment you turned your back on us. When you turned your back on the truth, Barnabas. We are not as weak as your god believes! Damn it.
What are you waiting for? Men know nothing of strength. But you will. weapon of your weakness? My apologies. You are not the fool I took you for. And so it ends.
No!
Don't tell me you are tired, Mythos! Your stubborn defiance has stirred my long-becalmed heart, filling it with a joy that I have not known for generations! I had thought the tantalizing kiss of self-indulgence a dream forever out of reach. And now that its sweet ruin courses through my veins, I shall not be quick to relinquish it. Show me your work, Mythos, that I might revel in it! Salvation is come! Rejoice as our souls are granted peace unending!
How do you know this day will come? What proof have you?
I knew, yes. Your mere existence is proof of the Lord's grand design.
I'll never serve your god! Nice try.
Prepare yourself.
Slow.
It soars as it did the day I won have sought my crown, Mythos, but none could wrest it from my head. No good. Come! Have you the strength? Have you the will? I am yours, Mythos. Claim me as your prize. No more sparring. Let's try.
Well, the day is at an end.
And we both know the truth. It is I who stand victorious. My will that prevailed.
Your will? No. It was his.
Clive Rossfield.
Perhaps there is strength in will. Would that I had not relinquished my own.
You relinquished nothing. What was it, if not will, that made you strive for a new world? Strive to win your master's approval? You were shown a fantasy, and you chose to believe it. But you were wrong. There is no world, but the one we live in. That world is worth saving, even if it means killing a god.
Bold words from one who has served the Lord so well.
This is pointless.
But I almost forgot. I promised that I would make you presentable. Did I not? We shall fulfill our destinies, just as the Lord's Mother Crystals have fulfilled theirs. Come, Clive Rossfield. Take what is rightfully yours. Become one with God.
No.
At long last, salvation. I'm coming home. Mother.
Tell me, how does it feel?
Show yourself! Face me!
How does it feel to consume your rival's strength, to gorge yourself on their beam, to edge step by trembling step ever closer to the divine? With or without a will, you are still but a vessel, our vessel. Behold, how your body shudders in anticipation of its fate.
Oh, it's not yours yet.
No. Come then, O wayward child. We shall await you upon the back of the first worm. There, all shall end and begin again.
past them! Since when was Eugen Hamel one to hide when there was a fight to be had?
Since they stripped me of my rank and banished me from the battlefield. Now I'm stuck wiping the backsides of this lot while the city burns and my wife tells off with a man half my age! And then you turn up! What the hell are you doing here anyway?
What indeed?
The enemy numbers 200,000 or more counting the orcs. There are simply not enough soldiers garrisoning the capital to repel an army of that size.
Then what of the central keep?
Held by a contingent of soldiers and bearers from the surrounding boroughs. They are the sole reason it still stands. And all it took was an army on their doorstep to bring them together.
The prospect of death does put things into perspective.
Perspective. Perhaps it's what we've lacked all along.
I need you to lend me some of your best men, preferably all of them.
My best men? Does it look like I'm any more?
I admit this might not be the most convenient time, but my nephew's in trouble, and I may have already promised him your help.
Your nephew, the outlaw? My soldiers have better things to do than die for nothing.
Then you and he are of the same mind.
I fight for the opposite!
He fights for a world in which you shouldn't have to live and die for nothing! And he fights today to give us all a chance of a better tomorrow!
Be that as it may, a handful of men cannot stand against a kingdom!
Then mayhap they are the wrong men.
Well, I'll be damned.
Our numbers are few, but I shall rally as many of my dragoons as I'm able. You, apprise the Lord Strategist of the state of the city's defenses.
Yes, Your Radiance.
And you would fight alongside us?
I owe the Phoenix a debt.
Does this vouch for my nephews?
Aye, but I still have my doubts about you.
Which we can discuss later.
Indeed.
You said you had men garrisoned in the keep. Captain, do you know how many yet remain?
Allow me to confirm. Commander?
Whatever their number, Randalar will be needing
Gather the bodies
them all.
and build a pyre in the courtyard. Quickly.
Terence.
My lord.
You will find a girl there.
A girl? We are in the middle of a war.
I owe her my life, and I always pay my debts. You are to see that she is provided for.
Dion, I cannot leave.
But you shall. If I'm ever to be worthy of the forgiveness of our people, then I must earn it. And I must earn it by my hand, and my hand alone. Know that I do not ask this lightly.
And know that I will do it.
Farewell, Terence.
Farewell, my prince.
Clive!
Thank fuck. You alright?
I am. But I'm a damn sight better for seeing you, Joshua.
And Barnabas.
The king is dead.
So they're all...
They are, but so is their killer. He can't hurt anyone anymore. You're safe.
Gav, we need to talk.
I'm sorry, Clive. You know I want nothing more than to go with you.
I do. But I'm glad you're heading back to the Enterprise nonetheless. And not just for Edda's sake. Our people need to know what happened here.
You can count on me.
As can she, I hope.
Thank you, my lords.
Do you think that was wise?
Wiser than leaving a woman with child alone in the Deadlands. They'll be safer at the hideaway. For now, at least. This land is overrun with Akashic. The king himself was long turned, albeit by choice. All to serve Ultima, in his damnable quest to forge the perfect vessel.
The chaos Barnabas wreaked upon nation after nation. How many were killed for this?
He didn't consider it killing, or a mercy of sorts. A way to end their suffering. He truly wanted to save mankind, and ultimately use that.
As he uses us.
But why us? What are we?
What are we? We are dominance. That is our fate. But that doesn't mean we have to accept it, which is why we fight. For the right to deny it. Is that not so?
It is. For our sins. Barnabas said something else. That the Mother Crystals were Ultimas.
Ultimas? Are you certain?
We know that the Mother Crystals have been leading the land of Ether. And we also know that it's this which hastens the spread of the Blight. But what I cannot fathom is what Ultima stands to gain from that. What did you find at the Stronghold?
The truth about Ultima's prize. For so long, I believed it to be you, and you alone. Yet, it is not merely Efreet that he desires, but Efreet and Phoenix both. That which we became in the skies over Twinside. Only when the twin flames are joined shall his vessel be complete. Quite why he needs a vessel is another question. Unless there is something he cannot achieve without one. Something his immaterial form precludes. Something requiring an unthinkable amount of ether and a body resilient enough to channel it. If I did not know better, brother, I would think that he meant to cast a spell. A spell 1,000 years in the making. A spell to end all spells.
And he cannot do it without us. Or without the Mother Crystals. But if we destroy them all, we will stop not only the Blight, but Ultima as well. We stick to the plan then. Only this time,
we face him together.
Well, it's a long walk to Stone here. Let's not keep Ultima waiting.
When Barnabas fell, his magic died with him. The road to Stone here is barred to us no longer.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Well, thanks for you, dear. And how am I meant to do that then?